Good evening, sports fans. Welcome back to the Bacon Blood Bowl League Winter Invitational. Now, you may be wondering, what the hell is this? There's no game here. Why are you even making this? Well, this is going to be a little sort of intermission, introduction to the playoff bracket and losers bowl that is coming up. So, currently, as things stand, the standings will not... let me just show you the current rankings here. So this is the list of all the games we've had, the records, how many points, and, goals against, scored, etc. And that sort of certifies the current. I don't know if this is. Yeah. This is currently 1 to 6 in order. So we got the CEOs of Business at number 1 with a record of 6 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. Dallas Deep Delvers are actually tied for number 1 with them, the exact same record. Feelin' Froggy team is 4 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, sitting at 15 points. Lizard Lotto's at 253. The Shungite Reborn are at 217, and then the Desolation of Knob are at 136. Now, if you haven't read the document, the points go like this. If you win a game, you get 3 points. If you lose a game, you get 0. If you draw, you get 1 point. So that is what determined the points here. And that is what led to this, the current rankings for the playoffs as well as the Losers Bowl. So the way this is going to work is the CEO of Business are going to play the Lizard Lotto, and the Dallas Deep Delvers are going to play Feelin' Froggy, and whoever wins each of those matches will then face each other in the 2025 Bacon Blood Bowl League Winter Invitational Championship game. And down here in the losers bracket will be the Shungite Reborn, that is myself, versus the Desolation of Knob team. And whoever wins doesn't get 6th place, because as I've mentioned before, 6th place will be punished by the boys. It will be a communal shaming. There is money in the line. 6th place is the only place that doesn't get any money. I think 5th place gets like $4. And as well as having to change your Discord name to something shameful until the next tournament is over, you have to perform a song in front of the boys. I don't think I will film that, especially not if I lose. But the punishment is there. It is looming. That is the game everybody's looking for, that Losers Bowl bracket right there. It's going to be a big one. So, just to get, excitement up and maybe do a little retrospective here, I'm going to go through all of the teams currently in the league and see how they're doing, see what they're currently at, skill-wise, player-wise, etc. So, we have the Shungite Shitters. That was the team that got initially destroyed in my first match. We sort of just left it here as a legacy. Going through it, 5 players out on the first match. There wasn't any deaths, but, we were all kind of coming back to Blood Bowl, and this seemed like excessively brutal, so the council favored in re-rolling my team. I am eternally grateful for that, because that would have been tough, but kind of looking back, I feel like maybe it wasn't as bad as things could have gotten. Next, we'll get to the Feelin' Froggy team, the Wood Elves by Coach Big Goob. Not looking so hot currently, only got 5 players in commission for the next match. Which will mean it's going to mean 6 journeymen, which is pretty brutal. But Coach Josh here has really been riding the journeyman wave. He's lost a lot of elves over the course of this tournament, and he's sort of always had a journeyman since maybe halfway through. And I believe the last match was particularly brutal. I don't really recall it exactly, but of the players he does have here that aren't. Oh God, I just forgot the term. That aren't stand-ins or whatever. These players are pretty strong. Of course, not Bark Basham, because big guys this tournament seem to just do nothing. They don't want to do anything, so they will continue to do nothing. Bark Basham's still got no XP, still a complete base level treatment even after. How many games have we had here? 11. Yeah. This team's played 11 games. Bark Basham, not a single point of experience. Heartbreaking, but not unusual for this tournament. Then, of course, we've got Finaleep, his MVP, a rank 4, maybe the only rank 4 in the tournament. I'm not quite 100% on that. What does he have? Well, he's got strip ball, sidestep, and jump up. A pretty devastating combination on a War Dancer. Let's check his stats real quick, just because he's such a goat. He was in 10 of the matches, 7 successful catches, no passes, but he's not really a passer. He's more of a runner. He scored 11 touchdowns. A lot of those were against Bacon in that one match where he got 7 touchdowns. Succeeded 48 blocks, 7 KOs, injured 13 people, didn't kill anyone, ran about 226 yards, a single crowd surf, 3 casualties sustained, 42 blocks sustained, 3 KOs, and 23 injuries sustained. So he's a pretty tough cookie. I mean, even just these 4 skills, being able to leap and strip ball while having blodge right off the bat is incredible. But then he's got sidestep to make it harder to get him where you want him, and jump up so that if he does fail a leap or get knocked down, he can hop right up and punch someone, which is incredible. We've got Bout a Hop next. Another good War Dancer, maybe not quite the GOAT as Finn Elite, but you know, he's still good nonetheless. He's got Mighty Blow, got doubles on the first roll. That's actually pretty incredible for a War Dancer. Mighty Blow really helps them out since they've got block and dodge naturally. And he also gave him Wrestle. Probably a bit of an interesting pick on War Dancers, but given the environment we're in, where it seems to be a dwarf-heavy, dwarf-winning environment, I'd say Wrestle maybe not such a bad pick. You know, on a double down, even though he has block and he wouldn't go down, he can bring one of the dwarves down. And the War Dancers have way more movement than a dwarf, so he'll be able to hop up and still get away faster than that dwarf will. Moving on, we've got Fruity Baltassa. Very good tosser, only leveled up once and got doubles immediately, so he got Strong Arm to give a +1 to any passes. Making him a very incredible passer. Not a lot of passing seemed done on this team, but you know, they've been getting brutalized so hard, it's a little tough to you know, worry about those kind of tactics. Then we got Aloe Vera Soft Hands, still in it. Unfortunately, got an armor decrease on a permanent injury, but he's here. You know, he's level 2. He's got sure feet in addition to his, you know, natural sprint, so he's a pretty quick fella. And unfortunately, Felron, Gelrond, and Lithany are all going to be out of commission for the deciding match, the decisive match of the Feelin' Froggy team. We're not going to look at the statistics because it'll take too long to get through all of the teams for that. You know what? I'll just click through it. If you want to pause, you know, you're curious about it, here you go. Here are the statistics from all their matches. And moving on. I might do that for a couple of categories now because I feel like that took a really long time. Next, we have the CEOs of Business, tied for first place here. This is by Coach Sandwichi, or Honey Badger, as he goes here by Aunt Blood Bowl. And what do we got here? He's got some cheerleaders, some fan factors, coach assistants. Only going to be missing, I believe he's missing 2. Yeah, he's missing this Longbeard and the senior accountant, the Troll Slayer, due to his last match. But let's look what we got here. Brutality Manager, leveled up Longbeard with Guard. Another Longbeard with Guard and Mighty Blow, a pretty tough combination. Director of Crushing with a strength increase as well as Guard. The Operations Bruiser, the Runner, of course. Someone's always got to call me. Operations Bruiser. He's got Fend and Block, because they don't start with Block, that's right. Block and Fend makes him a pretty good ball carrier. Chief Injury Officer got 2 stat increases, which is crazy. 1 for movement and 1 for strength. Insane. We got the Blunt Force Analyst as a Blitzer with a movement increase and then Mighty Blow. We've got the Fracture Consultant, another Blitzer with Guard and Diving Tackle for those dodgy little fellows, which not much in this tournament, but hey, it's there. We got the Junior Punch Developer Troll Slayer, who's got Mighty Blow. We've got the Senior Accountants out, the Head Janitor, and the Temp Worker are both level 1, so nothing too crazy there. Let's take a quick look at the stats here. Take a look. Inflicted 1 kill, and I believe he got 1 death sustained. Yeah, that's there too. You know what? Just because I'm curious and I didn't read it, let's check the death sustained. 4 deaths sustained on Feelin' Froggy. Yeah, that's tough. And 0 kills inflicted. It's been a rough run for Josh. On to the next one. The Dallas Deep Delvers by Coach Heez. Another dwarf team. I believe due to the excessive amount of dwarf hate within the team's players, I don't know if dwarves will even be allowed in the next tournament, but there definitely won't be 2 of the same team allowed in the tournament. It's just sort of not fun to watch. You know, there's a lot of teams to pick in Blood Bowl, and diversity is its strong suit. You know, you want to see different teams play each other, and it's more interesting that way. We all think so. So probably won't be another double up like there is in this tournament, but it is what it is. We're already so deep. You know, there's no going back. A lot of leveled up folks here will make it tough. You know, Luka Deposit, the runner, gave him block and dodge. That's going to be real tough to take him down. Cole Anthony gave him block and tackle because dwarves, why not? A little more tackle doesn't hurt. Longbeard got a strength increase and then dodge. Pretty crazy, making him a blodge strength 4 lineman. We got this blitzer was unfortunately permanently injured. Quartz Leonard. A decrease in strength. He's not going to get a lot done, I think. We got B-Rock Lopez. Gave him Mighty Blow and Guard. Rockin' Lopez, just Mighty Blow. Pitt Beverly's got Guard. Jardin's level 2, gave him Frenzy, as we've seen. And then these guys are unleveled. So, we'll go checking the statistics here. Inflicted 4 kills. Pretty brutal. And sustained 1 death. Don't even remember who it was. Moving on, we've got the Desolation of Knob, a fan favorite, honestly, probably my favorite team on here. There's got to be in the extended cut. Amen to that. By Coach Bacon or Dirk Danger. Let's take a look at what we got. So, we've got Ogre Thandril's got Guard. Paranob took a pretty good Noblar, pretty good because he's leveled once, and that's pretty big for a Noblar. Fortunately, he lost a point in armor there. But he does have leader, so when he's on the board, it's another reroll for his team. A pretty good skill. Got Tsar Ogre with Guard, Thorin Ogre Shield with Armor, which is very thematic. Ogre Norn, unfortunately, was injured in that last match. He will not be in the Losers Bowl, and he does have 2 permanent injuries, so honestly, it's pretty tough for him. We got Nobron the Dragons with Guard, Theoden Nob King, the Noblar with Sprint. And the rest are unleveled Noblars. Let's take a look at the stats. 137. Looking at 1 kill inflicted. I think... No, actually I don't remember who that was. And 3 deaths sustained. Very sad. There are all the stats if you're interested. Moving on. Lizard Lotto by the coach Wymie, or Why Meat Butcher. This is the first time he's ever played Blood Bowl. He actually bought the game just to participate in this tournament. Huge props to him. I think he's doing pretty good for a first-timer here. We've got the Cruxagore is leveled with Guard. That'll make a pretty tough front line. Danny Deckshovel and All In on Red Sauruses with Block. Snake Eyes also a Saurus with Block. Roland Die is... That's so weird. Why is his name grayed out, but he's not injured? It says he's injured on the bottom left there, but I'm not seeing an injury. Maybe it was just a miss next game injury, and that's why it doesn't show it. So unfortunately, you probably won't have him with Block and Guard. But it is what it is. Old Snake Eyes, he's got Sprint. Is that Sprint, or is that... That's Sure Feet, my mistake. Snake Eyes with Sure Feet. Lets him reroll going for it. Juice him, the same thing. And then Squeeze him. I'd say Wymie's star player here with a movement increase and then Sure Feet. Pretty solid team, I think. They're doing pretty well. I think 4th or the 3rd place currently. Let's bring up the chart again. They're 4th place currently. They'll be facing off against the CEOs of business. Anyway, let's go to the stats here. They've inflicted 3 kills and have sustained 2 deaths. I remember one of those was a Saurus, quite sad. And then the last team, these 2 are just teams we made to surrender to someone so that players that miss a game can come back to raise the TV up so that we could actually play each other. I believe that was between Coach Josh and Coach Heez here. I think their TV was too great a difference that they needed to get some of Josh's injured players back in. So that's what these 2 teams are here for. But this is the final team. My team, Shungite Reborn. By Coach J. Smile. So what we got here, we got Baby Gronk, Only has 5 XP because he somehow got MVP once. Good for him, but he's really not doing much for me. We got Dick Twistley, my MVP, my GOAT, my Lisan Al-Gaib. He is goated. He luckily ran doubles on the first roll, so he got dodge, a block dodge blitzer, and then I gave him claws to hopefully, pierce some armor out there. I think stat-wise he hasn't really... He did inflict a kill, but I think it was pre-claws. I think it was before. Hasn't really... He's got 16 injuries inflicted, but I don't think any of them were permanent. We got Big Rig Rob is injured with a movement decrease for my other blitzer. Quite sad, but I'm not going to trash him for a blitzer. I literally cannot afford another one. I might if I could have afforded it. Great Fumblini will unfortunately be sitting out this match. I think it's just a miss next game. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't show it on the Lizards. That's a weird one. We'll have to see if that Lizard's in there. We got Cheese Will Jackson, yada, everyone's non-leveled. We got Green Lightning, my dirty player. We got Maggot the Missile, my second GOAT, with 2 heads and 2 arms. We got Gob Marley with 2 heads, and we got the Gobfather with an agility increase. Pretty solid. I'm hoping things go well. I would like to win, honestly. I'd like to win the Losers Bowl. I would not like to be last place. Alright, here are the stats. 2 kills inflicted. I remember one of those was Josh's catcher. I can't remember his name. Sorry. I'm really bad with names. Haven't sustained any deaths. Definitely sustained some permanent injuries, but nobody's really died on my team yet. Which is pretty lucky, honestly. I mean, is there casualties sustained? 27, 34 KOs. I mean, goblins are easily knocked out. The 0 deaths sustained, I think it's pretty solid. I can live with that. And there you have it. I'm going to bring up the rankings again, just so we can end on that. I believe we haven't really decided how the matches are going to play out yet, but I'm thinking we're leaning towards making the Losers Bowl the finale of the first Bacon Blood Bowl season. It's the match that people are most excited for, especially within our own group. A lot of people are like, let me know when this match starts because I want to be there for it. Hopefully, it's going to be a big one, and hopefully it'll be great. People not too excited about the Winners Bowl because they're thinking it's going to be the Winners Championship match will just be Dwarf v. Dwarf, and Dwarf v. Dwarf is a little not that fun to watch. Well, to us. Maybe it is to you guys. Who knows? But stay tuned. Get excited as the finale of the Winter Invitational, the Bacon Blood Bowl League, will be coming soon.